very strange, and Connecticut gets an easy early bucket. And so does A'ja Wilson. But we saw that again in game one against everybody but Chelsea Gray, held them scoreless as Wilson gets free for an easy lay.
Nice back screen. Dynamic duo has been dynamic. A'ja Wilson, the MVP.
Dish and two.
Has been outstanding all season, all playoffs. You're open. Gray will find you. Wilson will finish.
Here's Wilson isolating against Thomas and finishing.
Great possession by A'ja Wilson. Wear down Chelsea Gray, wear down the aces in the fourth quarter, or will it wear down the Connecticut guards?
Guarding her 94 feet.
Yes.
Wilson storms in for two more. Just amazing. When you go to the Bahamas, the pride that is taken in both Jonquel and Buddy as Wilson was left alone, lays it in.
To live in beast mode, sees the open lane left. She's going to take
6 points, 5 assists, 3 of 8 shooting. That's an off start for Chelsea Gray, the way she's been in these playoffs. Gray, no look. Wilson, the patience and the finish. Another gorgeous ATO from the Aces. And that'll do it for the first half.
A'ja Wilson, the dime delivered. The points delivered. Beautiful step through.
Wilson in the mid-range. Oh, yeah.
Taking over at moments, and then A'ja Wilson just doing A'ja Wilson things.
But her speed and her ability to knock down shots could be big for Connecticut in this quarter.
She's been the backcourt bright spot for the Connecticut Sun so far in this game. Way they did it, and started Kelsey Plum.
Plum bounces, Hamby dishes, 2 more for Wilson.
Las Vegas, A'ja Wilson in the paint. Great help defense and a great block on Alyssa Thomas for Vegas.
Plum bounces away, had it slightly deflected. Wilson isolating on Jonquel Jones and takes it to her in the first quarter. But the way that I ran my team in the semis, they needed rest, gave them 2 days off as Wilson pops in another. Here's Plum, thought about it, won't take it. 7-3 aces in the early going. Wilson working Jonquel Jones. A'ja Wilson sticks it in again. They played together in the finals in LA back in 2017. Here's A'ja Wilson hooking it up and in, off the window. Williams cuts in, leans back, doesn't get the roll. Hop to Wilson, she banks it in. Nice little swivel, dives inside, denied by Wilson. Bonner now 1 for 6. Wilson's second block. Cutting and finishing, beating Bonner back down.
Chelsea Gray is the ball handler, or Kelsey Plum. You see a trap coming.
Let's check in with Holly.
Well, Noelle Quinn, the Seattle Storm head coach, told us she had asked her bigs to be more physical with A'ja Wilson. We saw Tina Charles.
You see everybody else on that list is a forward or a center. Gray flips it in, easy bucket for A'ja Wilson. A 7-0 Vegas run and a strong start in game 3 as Charles coughs it up. Plum running the floor, wheeling back, looking for help. Bounces to Wilson all alone.
Can Seattle take advantage of it on their offensive end? Look at the spacing for Wilson.
Wilson banks it in. A'ja Wilson, 11 points already.
She has to, take a lot of pride in that. And then for Seattle, they want her shot to come.
Wilson able to stick it. Here's Wilson facing up, forcing up and hitting. A'ja Wilson has been unstoppable the last 6 quarters of this series. Gray finds Wilson flashing, bodying, finishing, plus the foul.
Because of the small lineup and the spacing that it provides on the floor. Seattle was in scramble mode, so Wilson slices through the lane. They have swarmed her with multiple players.
Gray lets it fly, not that time. Long rebound, Plum. Plum dances in, can't finish, but Wilson will.
And Ryan, with Raquan Williams hitting these shots, it's allowed Becky Hammond to give Chelsea Gray just a little extra rest.
Wilson cuts through the D for the easy 2. Playoff career high for the 23-year-old Magmagor. Wilson, the patience, the finish. Ray gets it back to Wilson on the switch. Double comes, wide open Young. Waits, dishes, Williams, not that time. Offensive board, Wilson.
Now gets it to fall. Take a look at some defense by A'ja Wilson. Serving up a dish like the pit bull.
Stewie coming off another double-double at Minnesota, her 5th of the year. A'ja is really geared up with her three-point shooting.
Really keeping them in check when they need.
All-time leader in assists and made field goals. First year as the head coach of the Aces. A'ja gets a nice roll.
The difference I see in Tina from when she spent the earlier time this season in Phoenix, she's playing inside more. Not hanging out on the perimeter.
Oh, what a pass! Great! A'ja Wilson. Vegas playing for the top seed. A'ja got around Stewie. The 2 MVP candidates, baby. A'ja with the turn on Magmagor. Best of 3 series. Vegas trying to get the 1 seed.
And that time the travel and Tina Charles was successful for Vegas. Wasn't in the first half.
Deanna Stewart leading the league in scoring this year. Kelsey Plum, number 2, right behind her. That breaks an 8-0 Seattle run. Vegas has scored the last 7 points of this game. And another chance to cut into it.
If Vegas wants to be at their best defensively, Jackie Young has to be on the floor.
We are underway. Aces in the home black uniform. A'ja Wilson, whose shot has been so pretty as of late. She only had 4 points, but had 4 assists in the last meeting here in Las Vegas. Plum gets away, makes the extra pass, and another one out to A'ja Wilson. Back-to-back threes for A'ja Wilson. Quick passing again. A'ja Wilson, right corner, nothing but net. A'ja Wilson with the stroke. A'ja Wilson, defense missed it. Stokes tried to keep it alive. Oh, what hustle. Now, the end one. Gray being hounded by Caldwell. Wilson in the lane. Rolls that one up good. They need to attack here and try to draw some contact. And they give it to A'ja Wilson. Takes it in good. Much smarter decision. Solid run by the Dream. 14-4. Wilson. Little jump.
Almost looked like she went for an unnecessary pump fake at the rim and then left it short as Wilson cans the jumper.
I think both of these teams a little bit feeling the effects of all the pregame ceremony.
In the corner, Wilson connects on a 3. A'ja Wilson has shot it. Well, I was talking with Sue recently about what would she say is the story of her career, and one of the first 2 things she said is story of her left knee. She's torn her ACL.
A'ja Wilson has been terrific to start this game. What can she do? Well, she can do that.
So much juice. Gray finds Wilson. Wilson cutting through, lays it in. A'ja Wilson has been a dominant force today. Williams, no. Long board. Wilson has just been asserting herself in every way you can on the floor. Sets up Young for the 3. Seattle, and now it's a 2-point game. Here's Wilson. Got fouled, still finished. A chance for 3 for A'ja Wilson.
Ball, she can step back, she can go by you, she can drain the mid-range.
Under 39% in the game. Wilson, what footwork, just a little bit. You wouldn't even call it a step back, just a slight back in the second half.
She gets the basketball. As soon as she sees the double team come, that's when she gets her footwork going. Double team coming, all right.
Stewart redirects, and Bird throws it away. Young knew exactly where Bird wanted to go and stepped in for the steal. Wilson raises up.
Quigley lining up from deep, left it short. Rebound cleared by A'ja. Plum back to Wilson, driving and finishing. Quick 5-0 start for Las Vegas. Young giving it up, extra pass. A'ja Wilson in the corner.
Talk to him,
knocking down a tray.
Trying to show out for her coach.
Ace is shooting 71%. Good look inside. Wilson, the height advantage and the nice finish.
Exploiting that switch. You know they're going to have their moments. It's about having the resiliency to hold off some of those stops and get back to what's gotten you this lead.
Wilson getting the layup.
They want to get down the floor and score. So the longer you keep them on defense for a couple of possessions, the pace of the game might change.
Can't get it to go down. Another offensive board. Gray, the pass off, and Wilson with the bucket in the paint. 6 seconds. Wilson turns inside. Oh, what a finish! A'ja Wilson.
The second head coach of the year is Carlos Knox, who took over in late May on an interim basis. Been with Indiana for a majority of the year. A'ja Wilson stepping back on Egbo, gets it to go.
I will be on the lookout for that tonight. But not only was she the Miss Basketball, she is leading men's and women's in points. And with Indiana being such a big basketball state, I think that is the most impressive thing I've heard.
You can expect a game with a lot of up and down just like that as Vegas nearly turns it over. Wilson able to snatch it. We've already had a couple players ready to set sail for the other end, and there's Wilson. They'll go right back the direction of Wilson, who sees the double and leaves Young open. That three skips out, and Wilson on a third opportunity turns into a three-point possession. Saw a triple team, and Wilson comes up with the steal. Mitchell certainly accustomed to that. Seeing 2-3 bodies per possession, and Wilson rattles home a three.
That free throw line wide open. She shot it with confidence, got her own rebound, and then made the assist.
Well, Wilson looked like she was home free, but she knocks it down. Mitchell pull up three. That's been Tiffany Mitchell's best three-point shooting year of her career. And Wilson got in behind. And Henderson gave it right back. Hamby with a steal. And here's Plum, and once again, it's Wilson back in transition. It's an 18-point first half for A'ja Wilson. Of the first half, the Aces have gone up by 12 as Hamby comes up with the steal. So
the closeout is so slow right now for the Aces, and they're not matching up very quickly, especially in the transition.
Wilson the spin, oh, the smooth finish by A'ja.
I like this point guard matchup between Cloud and Gray. Although they're not guarding each other, I just like what they do for each team.
Absolutely.
Wilson gets that to go against Deladon as Deladon wanted to travel. And that's an area that she continues to work on and continues to improve upon.
About 60% for the rookie from the line.
A'ja Wilson getting by Deladon for the lay-in. Mountain Dew first day of the game, official soft drink of the Washington Mystics. Off the inbound. Wilson gets the jumper. 6 on the shot clock to the corner. Young works off the Plum screen. 2 seconds. Wilson puts it up and gets the bounce. To your point, Christy, that's what Coach T was saying. She has gotten more comfortable with that outside jumper.
Down in there in the mud. Had to snatch it.
Wilson off the cross. Gets that to fall.
She had 4 hands in her face on that fader.
Wilson trying to back down Austin, gets a slip baseline. Kia Stokes into the ball game. Along with Raquana Williams. Wilson attacking, count the bucket, and the foul for A'ja Wilson.
Length and speed. She kind of cleared her space. Used some backboard for support right there in the middle.
Wilson attacking again. This time doesn't get it, but gets the loose ball. And is fouled again and will head to the free throw line.
Well, here's the first shot. She got right to her left hand. I'm telling you, that right arm is really coming into the
other end.
From Vivian's. Wilson, high to low, takes it in. A'ja Wilson, as of late, the second half of the season. Oh, great communication, high to low, and that was all between Gray and Wilson.
Whether it be verbal or non-verbal, key to the Aces' success. Somebody needed to take care of A'ja Wilson while she was getting up is masterful. Well, the defense really clogging up the middle of the floor.
Ball by A'ja Wilson, and another assist. Egbo guarding A'ja Wilson. Jackie Young makes the cut, gets the layup, good recognition. And McCannon for the Fever. Wilson steps it up, sticks it. A'ja Wilson, she's got 2 threes tonight. 2 for 2 behind the arc.
You've got to get back in transition.
Yep, you certainly do. You can't give up the kind of numbers that the Aces have been showing, and A'ja Wilson connects first for Las Vegas. Ball fake, gives it up to Wilson, high post, pretty, a better shot.
Look, 4 months later, she was cleared to play. That's dedication.
Absolutely. Worked hard. A'ja Wilson looking to score. Back up to a 14-point lead for Atlanta. Wilson drawing 2 defenders once again. It's tipped around in the end. One from A'ja Wilson.
She's been a terrific addition to the Atlanta Dream with her ability of what she can do inside.
A'ja Wilson, high to low. Defensive stops, creating offensive opportunities. Long rebound, and A'ja Wilson gives him another chance as she takes it inside, and she gets it to drop. Extra effort for Wilson and the Aces.
Like with Tiffany Hayes, you almost want to gamble and trap that ball screen. You can't go behind it. And if you're late on the switch, she's making you pay. With Ryan Howard and Tiffany Hayes, you cannot be late on the switch. You've got to fight to get over.
So look for her to get going sooner this afternoon. Ball movement by the Aces. Dearica Hamby in the corner. 2 threes early. Still no score for the Liberty. Natasha Howard with the extra effort, but it lands in the hands of the Las Vegas Aces. All 5 starters for this Aces team. Scores in double figures each and every night. That's A'ja Wilson.
That looked like a zone. They're switching things up a bit.
A'ja Wilson off the backboard. 4 quick points for the 2020 MVP. Sandy Brundello, the head coach for the Liberty, constantly putting a lot of pressure on Natasha Howard, challenging her. A'ja Wilson once again up against A'ja Wilson that time, and Wilson left open.
How did she get that wide open?
An 11 a.m. start. Different than the 7 p.m. tips that these players are used to seeing. A'ja Wilson holds the follow-through. Pass from Hamby.
Good to see her back on the floor. She brings energy.
One of a couple of Liberty players that actually stayed in New York in the offseason.
How about you gonna keep racking those? 4 on the shot clock. The jumper. Wilson up, explosive, high to low and good. Kelsey Plum was trying to push through it, so there was some movement, but nonetheless, a 3-ball by Ionescu. And the Liberty regained the lead.
That's where Repair's got to step up on the screen instead of waiting for the shooter to come to her.
Oh, A'ja Wilson! Threes are raining here in Las Vegas. Don't think these teams haven't done a couple of scouts or 2. A'ja Wilson, high to low, keeps it up high. Wow. Wilson guarded by Howard. Howard doesn't come out. A'ja Wilson makes her pay.
She give you a jab step and bring it back, giving herself even more time and knocking down that shot. They weren't didn't know what to expect with her ability to score.
Oh! And some emotion as A'ja Wilson slides across the inline.
Just going around again. Dolson left, and it's all in her lower body strength.
Repair back on, as well as Raquana Williams for the Aces. On the ball, the pass off the mark to Howard, a break for Las Vegas. Repair, hand in the passing lane, gets the steal. Oh, had to look for a moment, but works it into A'ja Wilson instead, and she sticks the bucket and stops the 11-0 run.
You can't sit there and wallow in it. Do something to make up for it.
Absolutely, don't hang the head as Raquana Williams hangs on. Repair, no hesitation, and sticks it. Nearly Repair.
I think this crowd is as excited that she's on their team as much as that they're not having to guard her.
And A'ja Wilson silences him quick by going right up and over Tina Charles.
And that left players open on the perimeter on the weak side.
A'ja Wilson, man, do we have a high-level basketball game or what tonight?
Still trying to find that range consistently. This is a great start to this game.
Here's the lefty, puts it up and in. Tough shot there. Well, Seattle 9-3 when they shoot 40% or better, and they're at 45% right now, and scoring is A'ja Wilson. Chipping away at what was a double-digit lead. Repair. No, check that. A'ja Wilson from 19. A'ja Wilson forcing her way in there. Gets her own rebound. So strong. Talbot gets in there for a steal attempt. But A'ja Wilson just...
Officials don't call it. Alyssa Thomas saying, get out of here. This is my basketball.
A'ja Wilson gets the roll.